That
Ladies
guy
and
Messi.
gentlemen,
He finally got it.
welcome
He
to
finally
another
got it.
episode of Doogle and Coach. This is Doogle,
You're
and I am, yeah, buddy, and I am Coach, and we're here, ladies and gentlemen, to bring you another episode where we talk about real life stuff.
Dun, dun, dun,
I almost said a
dun.
French word there. Shout out Mbappe. Speaking of Mbappe, Stephen and y'all talking about Messi in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he is a legend. Yes, he is legendary. And we'll start off with that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are December 18th. Argentina just took the cup. Was France cheated? Yes. Do
You
I
think
have the
so?
French colors in the back? Yes. Am I supporting France in this? Yes. Am I Ghanaian? Yes. Is my partner Jamaican? Yes. But we all know who the king is. Tell him, bro. Who the king, bro? Who got now?
I think that young man by the name of Kylian Mbappe is it's him, man. He got now, man. Ain't no question.
My partner said he thinks I'm going to add something a little stronger. I know, ladies and gentlemen. I know. Mbappe got now. That man is the realest. No Teflon. All iron.
That second goal was phenomenal that he scored. Wow. Like
This
the
man is
degree of difficulty to time that ball to the lower right. Come on, man.
legendary.
Come on, man.
Legendary.
23.
I didn't realize he was so young, bro.
Yeah.
What are you putting out there? Next few years, like rest of his career, is he gonna surpass the great Messi?
Mm.
First and foremost, before as you ponder on that, bro, give me your thoughts real quick. Did Messi just close the case on the Cristiano Messi debate?
Unfortunately, I believe he did.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rest that. Oh man,
There's nothing you can say anymore to argue. You know, like he got the one that got away from both of them for so long. Now he had, I think they announced it was 17 years.
17
17 years.
years. So he closed the debate. All right, so we're moving on.
Yeah.
Um, does Kylian Mbappe pass Messi and take that crown in
Mm.
his career? Or is he going to have a Patrick Mahomes trajectory where my brother comes in strong and kind of just
I don't
fizzles
know.
off?
I don't know, and the reason why I say I don't know is he is very fast and athletic, and I would have to see what he's like when age is then a factor. Because what's he going to do when he loses? He focused like he uses his speed a lot to his advantage. So what happens when he starts slowing down? And I think he saw that with Ronaldo. And here in his latter years, he's just not the same physically as he was when he was younger. So let's see. Time will
Again,
tell.
you bringing in the fire analysis here. You know, we do this every weekday. We're not professionals, however, we bring you that professional insight there, ladies and gentlemen. My partner here, young Dougal 876, one of those two.
It's 876, but that's all
Eight
right.
seven
I'll let
six.
it slide. I'll let it slide.
You sir are very kind. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. With that said, we appreciate you guys for joining us, man. And again, like I said, today we are going to share some of our health journey like we always do every week, bringing you all the facts because this day and age, there's a whole lot of noise out there in the world, especially in the world of health. And it's unfortunate because, you know, I meet a lot of people that are trying to get to their best self. You know, one thing about being a health coach is when people get a little tipsy around you, they start confessing their health sins. Father, I have sinned. And they ask for forgiveness. But see, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need forgiveness from me. Let me give you the blueprint. We are here to give you the blueprint. I study this for a living. We have both done this in our lives and currently do this. No steroids here. How about you?
As physically impressive as I look, I do not partake in the use of steroids.
All right. We are all natty, as the kids would say. All natty.
Uh,
And we coming for everything in 2023. Everything. Right?
everything.
Cut the noise out. Yeah, we'll make that reference real quick. That's not a death thing. It's all safe here, guys. But let's share a story, man. I really wanted us to dive into the nutritional side of things and really tell the
Hmm.
story of kind of like how we stumbled into what I believe is probably one of the easiest methods and systems to use to make sure that not only are we healthy inside, but we're healthy on the outside as well. So I'm gonna share a little bit of my experience, and I'm gonna turn it over to Doogle to share his experience. And bear with us here because I believe this is a great story. But you guys let us know. Okay, so having been a health coach for over a decade, I was looking. I was at a place where I was looking for something that will allow me to not only look good, feel good, but have as much energy as I wanted to have all year round. And all without being a complete total weirdo. Don't get me wrong, more than happy to be a weirdo, but I didn't want to be that guy always tracking calories, tracking macros, counting calories while I'm out with friends eating. Right? I didn't want to be that guy anymore. I wanted to eat my cultural food, my Ghanaian food that my mom will make at home, and I wanted to eat that and not feel like I just completely messed everything up. I was struggling in terms of when traveling, right? When traveling, what do I do when I'm traveling at that point? And most importantly, I wanted to figure out how do I put a simplified system in the hands of my clients and family, friends, people that I love, so that they could have all those things that they wanted to physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, without sacrificing everything. And again, being a weirdo. So uh, the thing had to be one, scientifically backed, tested, pure ingredients, all of that had to be true. Okay. I had to make sure all that stuff was true. So that's when I came across, it was around this time. I can't remember how long ago it was. I might have to check my calendar, but it was around this time that I came online and I heard this dude sharing about this system with his two food-based products that was getting people amazing results. I mean, we're talking about more energy, lower cholesterol, losing belly fat, PCOS disappearing, diabetes, blood pressure, etc. And I was like, hold on a second. Pause. I need to see this. And a lot of the stuff he was talking about was stuff that I talk about with my clients. So I was very skeptical, though. I really was. And it took me like a few months to get over my skepticism. I didn't share with anybody. I just kept researching, kept looking at the data, kept looking at it. And then I ordered one for myself right around the same time, after actually, that Dougal ordered for himself. It took me a little bit. And I woke like I would wake up. This is what I did. I would wake up. I'll have this lemon ginger tea, hot or cold, before my workouts personally,
Mhm.
and it gave me focused, clean energy with no crash, which is huge for me because coffee typically gives me a crash, and I didn't want to put any nasty pre-workouts in my system. Um, no cravings. Uplifted my mood, which was huge, and had me focused so I could do my work, go right into work. My energy was great, and I was dropping belly
Mhm.
fat with ease. Body fat, my gut felt great, and it tasted pretty good too, which was important because I knew that individuals would not they wouldn't take this stuff if it tasted terrible. Then 5 to 10 minutes before my meals, I would mix and shake and chug. The shake, and it tasted like orange creamsicle. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, it really does taste like orange creamsicle. And for me, it helped with like gas, bloating, no crash after big meals, no cravings for snack between meals. It strengthened my gut biome, regulate my digestion, and also help with glycemic index or blood sugar levels, right, and insulin levels. And this is the best part, though. When I did the math for myself, right, what I was spending. Keep in mind, I am in California, so I did the
Mm.
math for myself. I was actually saving a lot of money by doing this, and and it allowed me to spend money on higher quality foods, which was critical for me. Right, it's not that I needed all the food, but I needed higher quality food.
Mm.
So I started buying higher quality local foods as well. And once I realized that this is a massive deal, like we're talking about not count like a I thought this could be really huge. So I started to share with a few of my clients, and to be very specific, I actually shared first and foremost with my guy Doogle right here, because I knew he had a level of discipline to really execute on this and to test it. Somebody else to test it out and let me know what was going on, and he'll share with you his experience with it. But at that point, after I got his experience, my experience, and a few other experiences, I got to a point where I was like, yo, this is massive. Like, this is so big that I completely rewrote my entire coaching program around this. So, Dougal, let's turn it over to you, man. Like, your separate experience and sharing. Let me ask you this: where were you before we kind of worked together? Like, what? Tell the people a little bit where you were personally.
Of course. So before we actually started going, really hard on this transformation process here, I was 320 pounds. I was the heaviest I ever was. So I was overweight. I was depressed, sad, low on energy. I felt like I was always dull. And honestly, something that was really big for me was, my family has a history of diabetes and high blood pressure. And at that time, I was actually pre-hypertension, or pre-hypertensive. And I definitely wanted to make a big change in my life, especially at that time. My son was a few months of being born, and I was like, I want to be around for a long time, so I need to, be a good role model to him, and that was really what helped kickstart my journey. I was just struggling mentally and physically, and afraid of what would happen if I didn't turn my life around. Is where I was.
Dougal being my brother, my friend, and when we had this chat. Well, let's be honest with the people right now. What were walk them through? What did we try? What were some of the things we walked through early on? Some of which worked. Don't get us wrong, but tell them what did we try?
Man, we tried everything. A variety of strict diets, and I mean strict. Do I need to bring back up the orange and fennel salad?
Come on,
Cause,
man.
cause my God, that was definitely one of those meals that you had to fight to get through. But strict meal plans, counting macros, calories, tracking all of that stuff on a day to day, like you alluded to earlier. You know, going out to eat with friends and coworkers, and you're like, I can't eat that. Just being that odd one out. It was definitely challenging there. So that was definitely some challenging times on the nutritional aspect, not being able to eat what I want and being restricted. I felt so restricted.
That's dope. And then right around that time, we really kind of like dove in a little bit and wanted to focus on healing the gut. So we're implementing a few juicing protocols at that
Hmm.
time, more than a few. And again, were helpful. But my
Yeah.
question to you, bro, is one, was it difficult? And two, was it sustainable for like long term?
Hell yeah, it was difficult, man.
Oh God, man, come on, man.
Hell yeah, it was difficult. Part of my French. But yes, it was
Shout
very
out
challenging.
Mbappe.
Shout out Mbappe. It was very challenging to keep that consistency going with the restrictions, and then even when we switch over to the juicing protocol, and it was sustainable for a while. Don't get me wrong. It had a lot of benefits. I saw a lot of great results because I was working out all this time too as we were trying these things. So you saw how my body was reacting to everything. So sustainable, yes, but to a certain degree. I don't think it was a long-term solution by any means.
Fair enough. Fair enough. My man tells the truth. Is it sustainable to work? So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna throw this in right here. We got
Mhm.
a comment. I appreciate you on YouTube. If I may say your name, Johnny. Dougal won't tell you this, but he complained a lot during his dieting. Great results though.
Ah!
So let me tell you this. Let me ask you this, man. We talked about it not being sustainable, what you were doing, etc. Like, when did we really decide to try the feel great system for you that I just described, and then I'll ask you a little bit about it. Like,
I think it was doing that second phase after when we went back to the drawing board and we decided we wanted to try some new things. And I believe it was this past summer I really got on it, and I started seeing basically the same benefits you just outlined not too long ago. I'll get up, drink that tea in the morning. Um, I will say, I did try hot and cold. I preferred the tea version. Cold, I didn't get the same, but I felt like when you drank it hot, for me personally, I got that elevation in mood, that clarity. Felt like my brain fog was gone. and I could really focus my attention on things, especially in the morning when it's like, you kind of have like usual slumps or slow starts to the day. I was definitely more focused for sure. And for the balance, whew, I can't stop talking about that thing. I always mention being bloated and not liking the way like I feel when I eat meals. Man, this thing took that away, boy. That was what made me a believer. I would take that, like you said, a few minutes before eating, and I wouldn't I wouldn't be able to eat as much as I wanted to. So that was great. It filled me up faster. That fullness lasted longer, and my cravings were just down. And as a result, bloating, gas, all that stuff through the door. I feel light as a feather, and I love it.
I feel light as a feather. I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, and I really appreciate you hitting on that bloating piece and that gassy piece because that was one we were trying to figure out for a pretty long time
Hmm.
as to what was going on. As soon as returning back to quote unquote normal food,
Hmm.
we'll come back to that. And I personally have the same situation. And so, guys, we're figuring this out like in a real time. So,
Hmm.
gotten rid of the normal trajectory of counting calories, tracking macros, skipping out on things that you really want to eat with friends and family, not being able to go out and enjoy a meal and still getting results. And so to me, and it kind of hit like, man, I really gotta like talk about this a little bit more.
Hmm.
So that's what we're doing here, and that's what we'll continue to share with you guys. If ultimately speaking, what we really want to do is create a community around individuals that are looking to be the best version of themselves, right? Starting with their health.
Mm.
Starting with their health. It's a great place to start. It's a great time to start going into 2023. So if you don't want to do this alone, if you want to do this in a community, if you want to do this with people that have already done it personally and for others, that is what we're creating here is a community of people that are getting after it, and we'll give you all the tips. We'll give you everything you need to know. And guys, I mean, this might be one of the craziest offers like on the internet. Quite honestly, like I'm offering. We are offering working with you in a situation where like we would typically be charging thousands and thousands of dollars to work with me the way that Doogle did. Um, and if that's something that you want to really take on, we are really looking for individuals that are serious about this and really want to kickstart 2023 on a whole new level without the struggle, without going around in circles, without the failure, without blaming yourself, without all
Mm.
that stuff. Let's give you the blueprint. Let's show you the blueprint of how to do it, and let's get you there much faster than we did for ourselves and others. So that's all we got for you today. Dougal, anything else?
I wanted to just summarize everything you just said with
Please do.
this will give you some peace of mind. It takes
Mm,
that variable out of the equation when you're going like to these parties, events, family functions, whatever the case may be, whether it's nutrition, physical, it's this offer that coach is putting out there. It's going to give you peace of mind because I'm telling you right now, we spent a lot of time, and I personally bled. I sweat. I shed
blood,
some
sweat, and
tears,
tears. Yes, 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 yes.
and we spent a lot of time piloting because we don't want to, you know, provide anything to y'all that we didn't test ourselves, and that's one
That's right.
thing that we pride ourselves on. And trust me, this is going to be a faster way.
Blueprint.
You don't want to take the road we took.
That's right. That's right. Bro, I appreciate you summarizing that. And that's it. We're giving you the blueprint, giving you a community, and let's get you started, man. If you guys are ready to go, you can either, if you're on Instagram, just comment I'm in. If you are on YouTube, wherever, comment I'm in. And if you know us individually on Instagram, at Dougal876, comment I'm in, or message him I'm in, or I am cut the noise. You can message me as well. And guys, don't waste any more time, right? The time to start was yesterday. And if you didn't start yesterday, the next best time to start is today. Let's get you rolling. When you're ready,
Mm,
we're ready. We'll be right here waiting for you. And that's it for us. We out. Kylian
bars.
Mbappe for the win. Yeah.
Technically
But
mess.
seriously.
Anyway. Appreciate
Until
y'all.
next time.
Peace.
Peace.